Voilà, donc avec nous, Larbi, il est déjà sur place, bien sûr, et Jackie et Malik. Aujourd'hui, nous allons parler beaucoup de safety pour les chauffeurs. Driver safety, n'est-ce pas, Larbi?
Absolument. So driver safety is something that has become really serious, and
Yes.
I'm going to use your channel to actually just make drivers aware and take some measures and some precaution when it comes to driving in New York City, and also for those who are listening from different states, be aware about your safety. It's important for you to recognize danger. And there's a lot of things that can flag it, from the rider's behavior, from stand-byers, people outside, neighborhoods, and so on and so forth. So recently we noticed a surge on drivers' fatality when driving. Not everything should be blamed on the riders, as much as the other commuters. And we have people that are driving dangerously here in New York, in the highways and in other neighborhoods. And, especially when it's, neighborhoods that they're not well surveilled or have speeding, or some people, they really don't care. They speed no matter what, whether they are under the influence or they are. Hope everybody can hear me. Doing a test mic right here. Elaj. Sound is good? Good.
Yeah,
right.
We can hear you very well.
Yeah, appreciate it. But for some reason, we see that a lot of drivers that have been driving at night complaining about the behavior of the riders. But you have a tool in front of you, which is whether you drive for Uber, you drive for Lyft or other companies. Use those tools. Get familiar with the app. You can always report, when it comes to danger, you can always use those tools that you have. Also, just be aware. I'm just going to bring Jackie talk a little bit about safety. And we would like also the rest of the team. Malik is also here just to talk about safety for tonight. Go ahead, Malik. I'm sorry, go ahead, Jackie.
Yeah, so, guys and girls, anybody that is driving, make sure you are be aware of your surroundings. I know we have a lot to take in while we are on the road. Just be aware. If you see people running towards a different direction, just be aware something might happen and stuff like that. But of course, we live in New York City. We cannot keeping track of everything. But just try your best. Watch out for others. And if you do see like another TLC plate a car that was involved in any kind of situations there, help us out as well. Take a picture of it with your phone. You can always send it to organizing@drivingguild.org. And we'll be able to assist that driver in case of need. That way we are helping out our brothers and sisters on the road, and make sure at least they'll get the help that they need as fast as they can. That way, we could do something to change the industry within ourselves. And changes starts with you, not just you, but it's like with us, all of us together. Making the industry a better place for us drivers. Back to you, Larbi.
Absolutely, Jackie. Driving is by far the most dangerous job. Every day, month, and year, and a lot of our fellow drivers get robbed, assaulted, and even killed while performing their duties and, doing their work. This obviously calls for an imperative need for a solution to protect drivers 24/7. Seriously. Unfortunately, the city has not planned the safety for the drivers. That's something that we really have to do to protect the drivers, to protect their families. App companies feel like protecting drivers is not necessary because to them, we're just a number on their algorithm, which is unacceptable. We're a human being. and we deserve the right protection. Just what they do, they run a background check for the driver. Especially here in New York City, it's a vigorous background check, and all the licensing that you have to do. So the TLC, once you sign up with them, they have to run your background check. Previously, they were doing drug tests annually. Drug tests that drivers have to go through, and it just showed how driver in New York City, it's the safest driver, and I would affirm that it's in the entire world. In terms of getting the license, you go through a lot to become a professional driver. But IDG, as IDG is the only organization I would say to repeat it in the entire planet that work tirelessly and continuing the work to provide a platform that ensures drivers will no longer be exposed to those crimes and also to those criminals. You can visit our website to read more about it. Jackie will give the website, Right to Bargain website, and also, to view common sense and measure that the city and the companies must implement right now. So that's what we are calling for tonight. And this message will continue until all drivers in New York City not left alone. But again, I want to have my brother Malik talk a little bit about also his safety. And, he had some, face-to-face accident that he went through, and nobody did anything except, the people around him and also his friends and family at IDG. Go ahead, Malik.
Okay, yeah. Back when I had my accident, honestly, I really didn't know where to go to. And told Aziz about it. That's when he told me about IDG Legal. And they ran through the whole operation. Like, I didn't even have to do anything. Talk to them because I didn't even know, like, where to go. Even for, like, hospitals. Because I was getting all the hospital bills. I went to emergency and they started, like, before even, like, asking me how you doing, the first thing is, do you have insurance? So I didn't want those bills to be coming to my house. So it took me I didn't know where to go. At that time, I really didn't know about IDG. And talked to Aziz, reached out to him. That's when he told me about IDG Legal, and from there on, the lawyer met me. And basically, he took care of everything. The same day, he made the appointment, and after 2 days, I went to get my MRIs and everything done. I found out I have about 6 messed up discs. So, but yeah, the cool part was where I didn't even have to do anything, where they just set up everything for me. And now I'm going through all this, and it's part of life. But honestly, I feel bad for fellow drivers who passed away when they weren't even at fault.
Yeah.
Just at their job, and getting shot, getting into accidents. Yeah. Another Nissan driver in the Hamptons, even the driver who was at fault passed away. But some say it was a chase down, but whatever it was, there should be more safety for us, like, we're over here collecting peanuts, making everybody rich, and it's still us that are, getting screwed. It's messed up. Nobody wants to even talk about us. And the inside, where it is, TLC officers want, some armor now. They want to carry guns. And the crazy part is, those they're here to police us. They call themselves peacemakers, but they're actually just here to give us tickets. We never see them when a driver's in an accident. Last time, March 2nd, 2020, I'm never going to forget that, just before the lockdown. Got into an accident. I saw 2 police cars on Belt Parkway just look at us and just keep on driving. Two TLC cars got into an accident. I was the third one in line. Someone rear-ended me. I hit the next one hit the next one. And the cops just, they just drive away. They didn't, they see it's a TLC car. They should stop, and just ask if everything's okay. They have the right to just stop a car out of nowhere and just check the car out. They also have the right to ask us what's wrong, are you okay? But they don't want to do that. That's the messed up part. It's always the driver.
When you read on the back of the card, you read CPR, and that means courtesy, protection, and respect. And unfortunately, that's a call also for the NYPD to come and assist drivers. And we are working on enforcing that and speaking to the city about it, because really safety for all drivers. It's something that it's really important for all of them, and we're all working, and we're going to continue the work also as drivers. Yes, continue.
You remember, Larby, when we had the barbecue, right? It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything was good until at the end we started packing up, and there's this drunk guy and his girlfriend. You remember when they swiped a fellow driver's car, right?
100%, yeah.
And we called the police, and they said, okay. I even told them the guy was about to hit two young kids. I told them all that. And you know what happened later on when the other police came? There was just a police car just coming to, just do a circle around the park. We stopped them thinking they were the ones that were going to come for us. And it wasn't them. When he ended up calling back to his dispatch or whatever, he found out that the ones that took our job, they were on a lunch break. Now, I don't understand, what are the cops doing right now? I just told you two kids were about to get hit. God forbid, they could have died. I don't even want to say that. But they could have gotten hit. Anything could have happened. And here these people are on their lunch break.
Yeah,
that's
unbelievable. It is unbelievable. But here's the thing, I think also drivers should participate in this and raise their voice and help IDG to help them, because city listen when there is many voices talking. One or two will not be enough. But again, IDG is doing all what it can to empower the driver, give them the voice, and provide them with the protection that they need. It's not only a right, but it's a necessity. Protecting drivers, it's not a joke. That's something that also the city needs to work on, and we're ready. We are here, to do, to run the extra miles just to provide that protection for all the drivers. So, Jackie, what can you tell us about IDG legal in terms of accidents? Go ahead, Jack.
Yes, actually, before I get to that part, Larby, you mentioned earlier about Right to Bargain NY. So the website is, as I said, Right, RIGHT, 2TO, Bargain, BARGAINNY.org. It's a website where it kind of breaks it down of what kind of reforms, what kind of changes, and what kind of things that we want to bring to the table to large app-based companies. And that's not only just to Uber and Lyft drivers, but also delivery workers. And I'm not talking about those small apps, but the delivery workers, the what they call the big dogs, the huge corporations like DoorDash, Seamless, Uber Eats, and so on. The change that we want to bring, the protection that we want to bring for the drivers, right? Again, the website is righttobargainny.org. That is the website, and you can have it in many languages there. For those that's listening in this radio station, I believe a majority of you are English and French speakers, And they do have the articles translated into French available for you. You just have to hit the French button when you go on the website, and that will explain to you, the changes we want, the what we want to accomplish. And listen, right to bargain, when it gets passed, anything that we want to be put on the table to change for protection, job security, and all of that kind of stuff, it's going to be available. And this is why the right to bargain is very important. A lot of us talk about, securities. A lot of us talk about, hey, if I'm working this hard, what am I going to do about retirement, right? All of this stuff gets you thinking as drivers. When you drive all the way to the end, what are you going to do as a retirement plan? And right now, there is no retirement plan. But with Right to Bargain Pass, we can get stuff like that available. And that is the best thing about Right to Bargain. And not only that, there's many, many more. Feel free to visit the website to know more about it. Now, yes, IDG Legal, if a driver, you need help with a lot of things, right? As you said, car accidents, personal injury, help with the black car fund, TLC issues, housing issues, NYPD traffic tickets. If you were driving around 9/11, when 9/11 happened, back in 2001, and I believe it should be under a 6-month period after 9/11, or maybe less, or maybe 2 weeks. I don't really remember that exact date. But if you were driving around there and it happened and it's 14th Street and below, if you feel any symptoms of anything, feel free to call IDG Legal, and they will help you get something out of it. And last but not least, immigration issues. As a driver, most of us, we come to the States wanting to achieve the American dream. And one of them is, I'm not sure if it follows for everybody, but one of them would be, for a lot of drivers, I want to get my green card. I want my U.S. citizenship. You want to bring your family members from back home over here. All of these stuff is available, free help for the most part. And not only that, but, if it's not free, we'll get you the one that's the most fairly priced for the drivers. And there's a lot of other stuff available. There's a general, lawyer help. There's even a section for that. Just go to idglegal.org. It's idglegal.org. And you can always call the number 646-687-7587. And we're going to have someone respond to you right away from there, during normal business hours. So, again, website is idglegal.org. You can text or call during normal business hours, which means 9 to 5, to 646-687-7587 for any of the help below that I said earlier. Back to you, Larby.
Thank you, Jackie. I was muted, but I want to use the last few minutes that we have to and make a transition, turn it to a message to all drivers that are listening to us tonight. There is something important right now. As of last week, the unemployment has stopped, and drivers are going back on the road. So listen carefully right now. Y'all going back on the road. And trust me, you're going to be targeted by the police, TLC enforcement, and the NYPD enforcement. They're going to make sure that no one slip through the cracks of committing a violation. So if you're making a right turn, a left turn, or drivers are forcing you, or riders, I would rather say, forcing you to make turns, do not listen to them. You'll be losing more money than what you are making. So make sure that when you want to turn left or right, make sure you are allowed to. Take your time. Safety is first. Think about that. And remember, many things can be ignored when it comes to driving, but pay attention. Take your time. It is important for you, your safety, and the safety of your passenger. So I'm going to repeat it one more time. Be careful when you are driving. Make sure that you are in the light, in the proper lane to make any turns, whether it's left and right. Make sure that you don't speed, whether in the highway or even the city. Remember, the city speed limit is 25 miles per hour, and don't think that you're going to catch the light. Catch the next one. It's safer for you. Malik, a few words before we close up. Just want to tell the drivers that you are back to work. Don't think too much about, that you're being targeted, but think of your safety. Go ahead, Malik.
Yeah, guys. So the thing is, after the accident, like, what I've been doing is I've been trying to stay, a good distance from the car in front of me. And now I have, like, on the side, there's a camera that shows, like, live what's going on in the back of the car. So I always keep an eye out on that. When I see a car, like, just trying to come in and out, I keep my distance. Like, I'm not one of those who's going to, slam their brakes or speed up just to not let a car pass by. Just let them go. Drop the ego. There's no need. What's going to happen? Like, you're going to feel good for a minute or two, and then maybe if the passenger catches it in the wrong way, you'll get a bad rating. God forbid deactivation just for saying it was for safety. So just let it go. Just always keep your eyes open at all times. I mean, we can't win every time, but, it's easier to just let it go. Let others do what they're doing. You just watch out for yourself, okay? This world, like, especially New York, it's getting crazier day by day. I actually have a few friends from the South, and there's a saying, they go to sleep happy, smiling. They wake up smiling. They talk smiling. They're angry smiling. So just smile all the time. There's no need for any of this rubbish. Let people be. We have a family. We as drivers, we have a family. We have kids that we need to take care of. If someone's being bad, just let them be bad. Just move on, Don't get out of your car or say, hey, you did this and that. The passenger, they start recording, and then it's only a one-sided story that they send to Uber and Lyft, and Lyft actually believes them. Uber actually believes them without asking for your side of the story. And then what happens? Then you get deactivated. So just, watch out for yourself. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good night. I hope to see you guys.
Thank you, Malik. Before you say good night, just want to remind drivers to maintain the safety and calmness while driving at all time. Treat your customer, passenger with respect. They will treat you back with the same respect.
Yes.
Get a good night's sleep. That's something that I teach all the time. Personal hygiene and sleeping are very important.
Very.
And follow the law. I'm not gonna say it every day, but I will want you to hear it from me every Saturday. Follow the law, and always have safety first, then money comes next. And with that said, I'll leave you to it, and we'll see you next Saturday. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Malik. Everybody have a good night. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Stay healthy.
Thank you.